All right, so what is probate? You might hear or read a lot that the point of estate planning is to avoid probate. Probate is simply a court system. It's a court system. Every state has their own probate system where a judge says who is in charge of an estate. So if you pass away, who is in charge of making sure that your assets go to your heirs and those legally entitled to those assets? It's also the court system to make sure that if someone, whether it's a minor child or incapacitated adult, has someone else that a judge has selected to be in charge of that person's assets and that person's medical decision making. So, probate court, one way to think about it is that it's a plan. It's a plan for those who haven't made their own plan. So, if you haven't done estate planning to avoid probate, you're leaving it up to the probate judge to figure out who's in charge of your finances if you're incapacitated, who's in guarding your children if something happens to you and you leave minor children behind, who's in charge of getting your assets gathered and inventoried and paying your creditors, and ultimately distributing your estate out to your heirs. That's where a probate judge is having to fill in gaps. It's a court proceeding when your family members or loved ones have to go through probate to help you in your estate. They get a case number. It's like any other legal proceeding. It's in a court. It's on the record. It's public. The judge is deciding things all along the way. Probate is not a must when it comes to estate planning. You can try to avoid probate with your estate plan if you sit down and actually put these things in writing ahead of time. But to the extent that in any estate plan you did either online or yourself may have missed a few key components, or to the extent that you didn't do an estate plan at all, then probate is there to fill in the gaps for your plan.